So welcome back to What Gear Reviews, and let me introduce you to my new mate, 20 Pro. And I want to say a big thank you to Vodafone for hooking this phone up. I've been using it for about a month now, so I'm going to tell you about what I like about it, and I'm going to do it in the usual What Gear fashion. So let's start with design, then usability. How easy is it to use? Some of the quality features and aspects of the phone, and then of course at the end, my favorite section, awesome features. Because every product needs awesome features, otherwise it's a bit really, ain't it? Ain't that right, Kai? So when it comes to the design, it kind of resembles that of a new Samsung phone, and that's not a bad thing. You've basically got a bezel-less design here with a notch at the top. And it's got those curved edges as well, just like the Samsung, but they haven't really added in any edge features, and I think that's a good thing. Sometimes those edge features get in the way and can be a little bit annoying. I really don't miss them. I don't know what you guys think about that. Leave a comment on that. Now, one of the things that I really do like about this phone is the red accent power button that they've added on the side, especially with this black variant here. It really stands out and gives it a really nice look. And you can see down that side there is where all the buttons are, and on the other side is completely empty, which is really nice, especially if you're right-handed. The location of the cameras and the sort of square that it's housed in doesn't bother me that much, but I've shown this phone to a few people. Some people hate it, some people love it. I personally think that sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of design to get more performance, and I'll speak about that in the quality section a bit later in the video. On the base of the phone is a USB-C, as you would expect, but this is something really cool that they've done with the design, kind of. Basically what they've done is they've put the speaker inside the USB port there, so there's no speakers on the bottom of the phone. And of course there's a speaker up there in the earpiece, so you've got the dual speakers there, so you're going to get good quality sound unless you're charging the phone, in which case it's going to muffle it just a bit. So for those of you that like to watch films and play games with your phone plugged in, you might suffer a bit with that design, but in my experience with using this phone, I've never really had a problem with that. But yeah, I can see why some people might complain about that. Yes, the back of the phone is glass and it is a fingerprint magnet, and that is a good reason why you should get a case. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned to What Gear, because my next video is going to be a case roundup for this phone, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, thanks to mobilefun.co.uk. So when it comes to usability, there's something really unique on this phone and something I really enjoy using, and it's the in-screen fingerprint reader. Now this isn't a 3D fingerprint reader, so it's not quite as secure as a traditional one, but that's super nice just to have that fingerprint reader in the screen and being able to unlock the phone without having to touch anything on the back of the phone. And I found this particularly useful when it was in the car, on the car holder. Now when it comes to the actual interface itself, it's running on EMUI 9, which isn't that bad really. You can customize it, but there's some nice features there in the EMUI skin. I don't really mind it at all. Some people don't like it that much. What do you guys think about EMUI if you've ever used it? What are your complaints? What do you like about it? Because to me, it's pretty good. So I mentioned the notch before, and it's quite a big notch, especially in comparison to the OnePlus, which I'm using right now. But there's a good reason for it. Similar to the iPhone, you've got 3D face unlock, which is quite a secure unlock method. So you've actually got those sensors up there, making it really good, and it's really fast. So instead of using the in-screen fingerprint reader, you can literally just look at the phone, swipe up, and then you're in to the device. So just like the iPhone, I can't see much differences between the two. I like the face unlock. So unlike my OnePlus, this actually does support wireless charging, but on top of that, it supports 40-watt supercharge, which Huawei claim can deliver around 70% battery in just 30 minutes. And that is crazy. And I'm going to speak a bit more about that at the end of the video. And when it comes to the onboard buttons, I already mentioned earlier, I love that red accent on the side and the volume rockers right there. Really simple, really easy to use. If you're familiar with Android devices, you will love using this device. So this definitely is a quality product from Huawei. This is their flagship right now, and on the front you have an OLED HDR display which curves around the edges just like a Samsung. And inside the phone is a really quality battery. It's 4,200 milliamps, which is massive for a phone, but they've done that whilst keeping the phone really slim, and I haven't heard any stories of any of them exploding. So that's kind of a one-up on Samsung. And inside the device is Huawei's own Kirin 980 7nm chip, and this new 7nm technology actually makes this processor 178 times more efficient than the 970 that you guys might have seen in the P20 Pro. And I actually made a video a while ago, P20 Pro versus the RX100 compact camera. Really interesting results there. If you guys want to check that out, there'll be a card up in the top corner. So it's all good having super quality charging and quality battery life and quality screen, quality processor. It's also backed up with 8 GB of RAM, and that is a crazy amount of RAM for a phone, which will give you really awesome multitasking abilities. 8 gigs of RAM, that's a quality feature right there. And one of the best qualities of this phone is this camera, and that takes me on to the next section, my favorite section, awesome features. So on the back of the phone is a 40 megapixel RGB camera combined with an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, which is going to allow you to do a 3x optical zoom. And those two cameras are also combined with a third lens, which is a 20 megapixel wide angled lens for capturing more details in those photos. Really awesome. This is one of the few phones out there that has this feature. As well as that, it's got amazing low light performance, and if you guys want to see how good this is, I actually did a shootout between this and the Xperia XZ3, and a shootout between this and an iPhone XS Max. So go check those videos out, see what you think of the results there, and make sure you use the polls as well to interact with the videos. And another awesome feature that Huawei have added is the color portrait mode. Really awesome. I've been playing around with it a bit, really enjoy using that. And check this awesome feature out. You can use this phone to charge another phone, but saying that, it's not that fast. It's a cool feature to have if it's an emergency situation, but I don't know of any other phones that can do that. Awesome feature. And Huawei's awesome AI camera is really cool too. Awesome feature. It will actually detect what you're taking a photo of and adjust the color levels for that particular picture. Again, if you want to check out how good this is, check out some of my camera comparison videos. And the last and maybe one of the most significant awesome features here is the battery life on the phone. This thing will go for days. When I say days, maybe up to 2 days, but with that fast charging and wireless charging capabilities, the best battery I've ever had on a smartphone. So again, I want to say a big thank you to Vodafone. They got some awesome prices on this device right now, a lot cheaper than an iPhone, but arguably this phone is better in a lot of ways. So Vodafone, big thumbs up to you guys. And if you want to check out any of their price plans, check the link below this video. So that's it for this quick what gear review. I know this has been a very long time in the making, but it's finally here. And if you guys want to find out a bit more about this phone and its camera capabilities, check out those other videos and stay tuned for the case roundup that I'm about to do on this phone as well. Trust me, this is a slippery device and it's a fingerprint magnet too. You are going to want to put a case on it if you're thinking about getting one of these. So I want to say a big thank you to you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the thumbs up and Hulk smash that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one, so don't be late.